Yeah. Uh.
What's up? It's Hybrid 803, and this is HYBRYD 803's World. And today, I want to talk to y'all about the first time I ran into Little Rue and Blind Fury. Now, if you remember in the last story, when I was talking about how I had fought Charlemagne's bodyguard or bouncer or whatever the hell he was, that was in the same place where I was boxing at or training at, as well as the first place that was the first show I ever did or whatever in front of people outside of school and shit like that. So, like I don't know if I told you guys about the time when I first met Venom. Um, but yeah, I first met when after I first met Venom and the second time I met Venom. After the second time of me meeting Venom, um, I had ran into Collard Greens. He did a show at the boxing gym. It was crazy. He seen me perform, beat a couple rappers, so he wanted me to start traveling with him. So after a couple of shows, we had this one particular show I remember where we went to the Odyssey Club in Columbia. Well, it's not in Columbia, South Carolina. It's in South Carolina, but it's like in the woods, right? It's like down there. But he hits me up one week. I'm in school, well, not in school, but I'm going to school during the week, and he hits me up like, hey, this Saturday we got a show. It's the I think it was the Mother's Day. It was like the Mother's Day car and bike show at the Odyssey Club. Now I ain't never been to no fucking Odyssey Club or whatever, but I know car and bike shows was big, and back then car and bike shows was hella big. Around 2004, 2005 and shit. So he had this SUV or whatever like that, the small little SUV. I called it the Chuck Nice mobile with him, DJ Chuck Nice. He was on the side of it and everything, and his face was on and everything. I used to just roll with him, and we rode that thing all the way down to the Odyssey Club that Saturday. Couldn't wait to get there too. I was in school the whole fucking week waiting. I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to go do another motherfucking car and bike show. This shit finna, it's about to be off the chain, whatever. So now we get to the Odyssey Club, and what I remember is we pulling up, right? And it was like a field. It was like this big field. It was cleared out. It was like a field, grass and all that. We in the south. I'm talking about we rolled all the way out in the country. I'm talking about in the sticks somewhere too, y'all. And like when we got there, we pulled up off the highway. We turned off the highway into these woods, and it was just this fucking field that was cleared up. And all the way in the back of the field was this, like, it was like a building. It wasn't too small, but it was damn sure it was not too big. And that's where everybody was clubbing at and all that other good shit. Then you seen the cars and all that other shit people had and all that good shit. So me and Collard Greens get out. Collard Greens is hot as fuck at the time. You know what I'm saying? He got a song on the radio, all that shit. He's considered a Carolina legend. You know what I'm saying? But you know, everybody's coming up to him saying what's good to him and all that. He's talking, introducing me. He was real with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm introducing myself. Shit was crazy. I was just lost. You know what I'm saying? The whole, I guess rock star life, local rock star shit. That shit felt real good. You know what I'm saying? So we walk up, and we walk up to the little club I told y'all back way in the back after hollering at a couple cats, and it's like this live band playing, right? So it's a live band playing, and they say that they gonna bring some rappers up to rap with the live band. Now at this point, I ain't never rapped with no live band before. It was always cats beatboxing on the wall or something in high school, or it would have been like a beat or something that somebody dropped the beat and I freestyle to. So I was just ecstatic to just flex my skill and freestyle, out here. And he said Little Rue was out here. Now at the time I knew Little Rue had a song called We Will Destroy, but I didn't know Little Rue was as big as he was, But even back then, he had a real prominent name in the city as well. So we go up there. He introduces me to Little Rue. Little Rue's like, what's good, man? I'll never forget it. And I was like, what's good and all that other good shit. We dapped up and everything. You know what I'm saying? It was all love. I guess it was all cool. And he was like, well, you freestyling and shit? And I was like, yeah, I freestyle. That's what I do, man. And, cause that's how back then, that's how I used to try to get on. Cause I didn't have a song. I didn't go to this, I've never been to a studio at this point. Like, I used to just freestyle over whatever instrumental I was given. I would ask Collard Greens, I was like, yo, can I freestyle before you rap? He would be like, if the DJ will let you, I would go to the DJ. I would lie and be like, yeah, I got a song. And the DJ would ask me what beat I want to rap over. And I would tell him, and 9 times out of 10, sometimes I would have a hook thought up, but a lot of times I would just make up songs on the spot. You understand what I'm saying? I would just, make up a song on the spot, which I don't recommend because, people don't know what you're doing. To them, you're just doing a song. And, they want to get this song and you're sitting here like, okay, you don't know. I just want to do this just so I can be in front of people and get the wow. But anyway, so what was I? Oh, yeah. So after we meet Little Rue and everything, we go off to the side real quick. I think Rue went to go, he went to go chill with some people, holla at Lil Bo or somebody like that. And me and Collard Greens walked to the side real quick. And everybody's getting ready for us to freestyle while they're doing some more announcements about some other shit with the Car and Bike Show. I think they was talking about awards or whatever, probably something like that. But anyway, I can't remember that far. But anyway, so they say we're gonna bring up Blind Fury, and I'm looking like, who's Blind Fury? And also too, at the time, I've been battling my ass off everywhere I go. So I, back then it was all about being the best and, who was the hardest and shit. So I'm like, okay, who? Blind Fury, all right, whatever. Like I looked at Lil Rue as the homie, like, even though I ain't rapped with Rue yet, but I was like, okay, Rue's the homie. Whoever this nigga is, I'm finna kill him. So, he comes out, the side. Now, of course, Blind Fury is blind and he has spina bifida and a couple of other hosts of things. I'm not putting his business out there. I mean, he lets people know and everything. And that's the homie too. Now, now we ride. But anyway, the point is he comes out, he walks out. Now you gotta understand when Fury walking out now, he got somebody leading him because he blind. And I'm sitting here, I ain't never seen no fucking blind rapper before. I ain't never seen no blind. And then I'm thinking, no disrespect to Fury, but he looked retarded the way he was like walking like this. And you know what I'm saying? Somebody was holding him and, walking for. So I'm sitting here. I started laughing. I am fucking cracking up in the audience. And you know how you do that laugh where you want everybody to laugh with you? Ain't nobody laugh with me. And I'm sitting here looking like, y'all don't see this shit? This shit is funny. He's a white boy. He crippled. What the fuck is going on? I'm laughing my ass off. I hope you don't, get mad at me. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. Anyway, the point is, listen. So, he walks up and they put the mic in his hand, right? So they was like, yeah, what's good? This, it's your boy Blind Fury. I'm representing Lugoff, all that other good shit, da. So, I'm sitting here like, okay, this man ain't finna do shit. So he said, y'all know what I do. When he said, y'all know what I do, my man just bust the verse off the top of the head. This nigga was talking about killing, robbing, stealing, selling dope. It was hard as fuck, though. I'm talking about this shit was hard as fuck. And I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe this man. And he rapping like this, like, and he's killing, I'm gonna kill it. These niggas hitting these motherfuckers up with the phone. And I'm sitting here like, what the fuck, and it's that crunk era, so everybody is just buck. He got them buck. He not yelling per se, but he just spitting it real raw. It was crazy. So now I'm amped up. I'm like, okay, fuck it. I gotta go up here and I gotta rap with these dudes. It's about to go down. So, I walk up there and now Little Rue, he does the same thing. He raps, he freestyles off the top of his head, you know what I'm saying, everything. That's what we do down here in Columbia. Like, I know the up north tradition is to write everything, or probably have a free verse or whatever. And a freestyle is a song that they can break up and use for every verse. But down in South, at least in South Carolina, our definition of freestyle is straight up, off the head, straight up, no written, nothing prepared. This is what this is, with a beat. You got to be on beat too with this shit, But anyway, a lot of these new cats, they adopt that up north style. Kudos to y'all and all that good shit. It's entertaining and all that. But that southern shit, we was battling niggas with beats. That's what we do. Even though I do battle without a beat. Don't get it fucking twisted. But anyway, that ain't the point. The point is this. So, we're sitting here. We're going up here. We're getting ready. Now, I ain't gonna lie. At this point, I'm sitting here kind of, half locally starstruck or whatever. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, fuck it. We about to do this. I'm excited as fuck. I'm anxious. When back then, well, even now, when I get anxious, I want to do the shit. So I'm like, let's go. So the band starts to playing. They doing their thing. Some kind of jazzy ass downbeat. Little Rue's going off. He goes off first, right? He's singing with it. I'm hearing these niggas and I'm sitting here like, like, whoa, like I'm looking and I caught myself because I'm looking like the crowd looking at this motherfucker, and he is going crazy. He is harmonizing, and I thought me making up a song on the spot was hard. This nigga here just blew my shit. You understand what I'm saying? I was like, okay, damn, this nigga hard. So then after he does it, Blind Fury comes in, and now Blind Fury's spitting that shit, and he killing it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, now it's time for me. So Little Root carries the hook, na 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 na. I can't remember the words, y'all. Forgive me. Then some of the nigga that's done na na na, and then it's my turn, right? So I get the rapping, and I close my eyes, y'all, and I just go in. And let me tell y'all, now back then I had just started calling myself hybrid and everything, and I didn't really have a personality with my voice yet. That takes time and all that. I wasn't doing the what and none of that shit. So I was just sitting here like, okay, let me just spit like I'm spitting in school. I'm finna just go to, Super Saiyan 10 on this motherfucker. So I started spitting. And I didn't know how to harmonize nothing back then. So I'm sitting here, I'm just spitting, I'm rapping, I'm doing my thing, and I'm trying to rap fast a little bit, but back then I really wasn't saying much rapping fast, but I tried to, I was doing my best, you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, at the time I was only rapping for like, I started rapping in 2003. This is like late 2004. You understand what I'm saying? But, I used to, I was pretty good for back then. I gotta, pat myself on the shoulder, blow my own horn. But anyway, the point is this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I did my thing, and as I opened my eyes, and I'm looking, and Little Rue is there, and Blind Fury is there, and the crowd is there. And I guess it was my turn to make up a hook, because now the band done switched up the beat. So I'm looking back, and as I look in the crowd. I have the whole crowd. Now you gotta understand, this crowd was from like half of the field, and they're just sitting there in awe at us, like, and I loved that. Was like, that was also one of those moments where I was like, yeah, this is what the fuck I am doing for the rest of my life. You understand? This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I was, one of them young kids that got picked on, but we'll talk about that in another story. But anyway, that's another one of the moments where I fell in love. And I was sitting there looking, and I was like, okay, what do I do? The beat's coming. And one dude in the crowd looked at me out of all of them, and he said, keep going, cuz. And when he said keep going, I'm sorry I'm looking off it like that. I'm just picturing the shit in my head. I'm so sorry. I see this shit like it was yesterday. But he was like, keep going, cuz. And when I looked at him and he said keep going, I just thought of a hook. And after I did the hook, Blind Fury took it. And after Fury took it, Rue bounced it. I went back into the hook, and Rue came and bounced it, and we killed it like that. And then after that song, they kind of walked off. And I actually entertained that crowd for another, I want to say 2 songs. I entertained that crowd for another whole 2 beat changes. You know what I'm saying? By myself. And that was, that was great before people started walking off. And it was one of those moments where you knew this is what you do. This is, and they loved it. And when I got off stage and I walked around, they loved that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was just amazing, and I tell you guys that story, not really necessarily the name drop or none of that shit, because what I'm saying, before I did this, me and my girl was like, what's the point in telling the story, just and other than just reminiscing. But I just want people to know, like, go do what you do and keep going with it, man. And don't be afraid to meet and talk to people, and just make connections, because it didn't matter how much money I had. I would have never got up there in that position even if I would have found out about that shit and would have came there. I would have never got in that position like that if I would have never like just met people and networked with people. Networking is the shit, man. And that's why I also want to say this to y'all. I want everybody who fucks with me to network with me. And I love everybody who networks with me now. Reap Joy, KCO Spades. Check out their pages. Joe Quan the Hooligan. Sam. I think it's Sam Melody. Yo. I appreciate all y'all rocking with me. It's others that rock with me. I can't think of any name off top, and I'm not gonna chop it up because I want people to actually check out y'all page as well. You know what I'm saying? But yo, I really appreciate y'all rocking with me so much. And And networking is the key. And now the new way of networking is to tell your story and rock with those who rock with you and learn from them as well. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has a story to tell and everybody has a lesson that can be taught. You understand? But yeah. Make sure you comment in the comments. Make sure you subscribe. I appreciate y'all sticking around and listening. This year I'm not gonna be lying. Talking about it's my year and all this other shit, but there's some things coming. We got some things coming. There's gonna be some shows coming, and it's gonna be going on. You better be checking out. You already know what I'm on. All right. Anyway, but yo, this is Hybrid 803, and this has been HYBRYD 803's World. And oh, what?